Welcome to this edition of the Ultimate Combat Experience. I'm Mike Stidham, joined once again by Killa Salvador Sanchez. Now, Killa, got a lot of first-timers on the card tonight. What do you know about these guys?
Hey, they may be first-timers in the cage, Mike, but let me tell you something. These guys are not first time to this sport. They've been training a lot. Prime example, the main event, Jason South versus Josh Lannon. I know they've been in the gym working their butts off, and they're ready for this.
I got a chance to meet with them a little bit, and I got a feeling they have been doing just a little bit of training. But, hey, I love when these first-timers come out here because you really don't know what to expect. So it's the Ultimate Combat Experience coming right at you.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Starts now.
Warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight. I say we warriors of the ultimate fight. Get in the ring for the ultimate fight.
In your light heavyweight division, we got a couple guys we haven't seen in the cage before, but Sal, you got to know this Dan Haffemeyer just a little bit.
Haffemeyer is one charismatic individual, Mike. I can't get enough of this guy. I've been interviewing him, and I'm anxious to see how he performs in the cage tonight.
Going up against a pretty wily looking kid in Brent Ballard, light heavyweight no holds barred. Check it out. What does that mean, wily looking?
Wily looking. I think Ballard's hair is wily.
Got a bit of a wily look to him. I don't know, man. This guy seems pretty confident. I talked to him a little bit before the fight, and he feels like, you know, I've been training just a little while. I think I got what it takes. 6 foot tall, 186. Calls himself Balls of Fire. Brent Ballard.
There's my man, the Hustler.
You and the Hustler kind of seem to bond over there, Sal.
Hey, I love it, man. Haffemeyer. Me and him, we're gonna hang, man. We're gonna have some drinks.
Dan Haffemeyer, Hustler, out of Orem, Utah, trained over the Ultimate Combat Training Center. He's 6 foot tall as well.
Oh, he's got his mean face.
He's the master of the creepy eyes, man.
I haven't seen anyone pay that much attention to the camera since Samson Lee.
Samson Lee, as you know, a little tongue that loves to ham it up for the camera, but Dan Haffemeyer, man, he's giving that stink eye, and Wright just got popped in his stink eye right there. Brent Ballard laid one on him.
He better quit worrying about that camera and worry about guarding his grill.
Just got thrown to the mat as well, did Brent Ballard, and rolls through, winds up on top of Haffemeyer, and now Haffemeyer's looking for an arm lock.
Is that an arm lock?
Wow.
Surprise, surprise, as he says to Ballard, as Ballard needs to slip out of that. Get out of there right now.
He's going to get out. That thing was a little bit loose, and Haffemeyer didn't curl his feet up and try to lock that thing on. Just kind of threw it over and was hoping he was going to get a tap out of it. Not quite going to happen. Ballard throwing some pretty good elbow shots now.
Yeah, he's obviously got the advantage over Haffemeyer right now. Haffemeyer needs to somehow get away from that cage, because if he keeps going for that armbar, he's just going to be in for a world of hurt.
Well, right now I think he's just trying to hold Ballard in a little bit close, because Ballard was kind of sitting up and landing some big shots just a moment ago, and Haffemeyer's maybe trying to retool just a little bit, and you know, as you mentioned, he's trying to climb the body looking for an arm lock perhaps.
Yeah, he needs to go for something else.
Get up out of there, right? Just, you know, you're kind of hanging out underneath, and that's a bad place to hang out, especially with a kid that has already shown that once he's given a little space, he's going to do just that, rack you inside of the head. Yeah,
Ballard seems to be more than comfortable inside his guard. He's landed quite a few elbows so far, and those are going to take his toll. If not, maybe create a cut on Haffemeyer's head if you don't be careful.
And cuts can really change the dynamic of any fight. Right now, it seems like Ballard's kind of slowed down a little bit as well. He's kind of hanging out in the guard, and I'd like to see a fight like this maybe get brought back up to their feet. Referee Dave Seisted looking on, and I'm sure he's thinking the same thing.
Maybe Haffemeyer's playing possum. I don't know. That guy is out of control sometimes.
He's playing sleepy. Not much going on.
Oh, I see a mouse on the forehead. Yep, there's them elbows.
You know, that's really what can happen. Again, you didn't see any devastating blows, but you see right there the results of an elbow. Get that point of an elbow on a skull, and you'll see the results like that.
Here we go again, back up on the feet.
Yep, as I mentioned, Dave Seistad had got tired of looking at what he was looking at, which was not a whole lot of anything. Now you're back up on your feet. Somebody's got to do something differently than what we saw before. Let's you know, see if maybe Haffemeyer's got to work for a takedown or something.
Yeah, oh, there we go. Here we go. I was about to say Haffemeyer needs to start letting them hands go, but he must have read my mind right there, because here he comes. He's finally getting some aggression out.
Haffemeyer did tell me leading up to this fight he was scheduled to fight later in the evening, but he said, you know, I'm just not feeling all that well tonight, and can you get me on a little earlier? And well, there you go. He's going to make it an early night.
It's almost in slow motion right there. Oh, yeah. He's looking at me. You looking at me, Haffemeyer? Yes, he says.
He's blowing you kisses with his eyes there, Salvador. He's like, man.
He's about to start turning green.
He said he better breathe or something, man. His eyeballs are going to pop out of his skull.
Oh, man.
Haffemeyer going to go home with a big knot on his head, though, and a big win, and that knot just kind of fits his persona, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, it does. Oh, man. Ugh. Thanks. Good job, buddy. Thank you.
Addiction Motorsports has the baddest choppers on the planet. Check out their new showroom at 187 South Mountain Way Drive in Orem.
Hey, you did a good job, man. You just came up short right there, man. What happened?
Man, just, you know, gave it all the first part of the round. Try to conserve my energy. And then that choke just came out of nowhere. You start getting tired, and you just want to start breathing. The next thing you know, I got
Did you see the spirit horse? Come on, don't lie.
Oh, yeah.
You talk to Jimmy?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you coming back? I know you got to come back, man. You going to go get back in the gym, get some training done, and come back, or what?
Yeah, I got to find some people to spar with, get in some good shape, come back. Definitely.
What about that guy right there? You spar with him?
Sure, man.
Anyone you want to say thank you to? Any shout-outs? Anyone you want to get a free drink? You better tell them right now when you got the microphone.
Thank the whole RC Wheelie crew for watching me. Thank for my family, my brother Matt for coming out. This is awesome.
Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Nice having you. Good job.
Got bronze? Body Bronze Tanning has state-of-the-art tanning beds and home of the 30-second spray-on tan.
The hustler, Dan Haffemeyer, man. Looks like you hustled your ass up a guillotine tonight. That was a great job, man.
You know what? My opponent, he was a lot stronger than I thought. He seemed like a nice guy. I was like, I'm going to take this fool. He came out pretty hard at me. I was like, oh, shoot. So I thought I was going to give him a submission move. Tried to take him to the ground. He got on my arm bar. When they stood us up, I threw a few punches at him, made him eat some fists before I tapped him out.
What are your plans from now? What are you going to do?
You know, I really want to stick around and train, but Las Vegas is my home, and I'm thinking about going down there. I don't know. Mike might just beat me up for that, so I might stick around a little bit longer, man, because I love this sport. I like Mike and UCTC, all the trainers out there, even Sal, I like you too, buddy.
All right. Hey, the crowd loves you. Give it up for him one more time. Look at all these people out there. They love you, hustler.
I love you too. Thanks a lot. I want to say thank you to Mike. He's got a good organization going up in Kearns at UCTC where I train. Got a really good jiu-jitsu coach who showed me that arm bar I didn't quite get, but hey, it all comes through. You just train, and you fight. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but I'll come back.
Haffemeyer, good-looking prospect. If he moves back to Vegas, I'm going to go to the Crazy Horse. You've been there, right? Hey, listen, good-looking kid, though.
I love me some Haffemeyer, man. You know what I mean? His name sounds like it's a brand of beer. He's got a good entrance music. And he's a good kid. I love him.
If that's the criteria for you, Sal. All right. Haffemeyer look good. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your featherweight division, we got a couple of guys that little teeny tiny guys. Tyler Allred, his first fight going up against a kid we've seen before. What do you know about Sooksam Simpleman?
My man, Suki, man, he's back. I love watching him fight. Me and him would get together with Charlie Sheen, hang out at the Hard Rock Cafe all the time. So we'll see how he pans out.
Very, very nice. Featherweight nose bar, check it out.
What'd you guys do at the Hard Rock, Sal?
Oh, man, I take the 5th on that one. Let's just say Robert Downey Jr. showed up a little bit late.
Right. Well, I tell you, I don't know if Suki's going to go along with this, man.
Oh, Suki knows.
Suki, for some reason, doesn't look like a party animal to me, man.
Hey, he's in the closet. He's so far in the closet, he's finding Christmas presents, Mike.
5'6", 145 is Sooksam going up against Tickle Me Tyler. What's going on there?
I don't know. Maybe
he's the party guy in the closet. You never know, man. 5'11", 145 is Tickle Me Tyler. Allred training over there at Absolute MMA, and here to get into a fist fight tonight. Dave Selustad letting these guys know, hey man, I'm bigger than both of you guys. You get out of line, something's gonna happen.
You got that right, Mikey. You got that right. Come on now, Suki now. Suki. I've been waiting to say that all night, Mike.
Just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? All right, nice exchange to get things started. Suki seems to have happy feet to me. He's always bouncing and doesn't really have a good base or foundation when he fights.
Yeah, he's a little, what's the word for it? I don't know, jumpy.
Jumpy gathers there. And nice head and arm, but didn't base out and got rolled through. And, wow, there was so much momentum there that it actually rolled through again, and now Suki's up on top.
Suki is on top, and he is not doing any kind of tickling. He doesn't care what this guy wants to call himself. He's got that headlock on pretty strong.
You got to do something with it, though. You got that headlock on pretty strong, and you just keep squeezing like that, you're going to run out of strength in your arms. Finally does get position, finds himself in full mount here.
Yes, I'd like to see Suki really take control of this fight right here. I mean, he's got all the advantage in the world over him. Let's see what he does with it. Maybe pound or something. I don't know. Suki, can you hear me talking?
I think Suki's doing a good job of just being patient here. He's not trying to force anything. He's got a nice high mount there, and let this kid buck himself out a little bit. Let him, burn up a little energy underneath, and then maybe look for to sit up and bomb or look for a submission.
Yeah, maybe Suki, he found himself getting a little too excited and caught himself, and now he's going back into his game plan.
Back into his game plan. He's starting to land with pretty much regularity here, landing on this side of the head and the face of Tyler Allred. Tyler cannot be enjoying that too much underneath.
Oh, no, and I know this position right here, man. I've been trying to train as much as I can in jiu-jitsu, and this position right here is very uncomfortable. It's almost like you're getting suffocated when they got them legs wrapped around your midsection like that.
Especially when they trap an arm like Suki did just a moment ago, because you're defenseless on that side. Suki wasn't able to sit up and take full advantage of that, but now he's kind of inched his way over, and he's got Tyler Allred up against the cage here, and see if he knows how to use the cage. No, he doesn't.
Oh, man.
Big reversal there.
Man, he just Munsoned that move. he had it all and lost everything, Mike. I thought the fight was going to be over, but
he sure did. And look at Allred going to town with those knees to the body.
Oh yeah, a lot of guys, they get side control and they lack throwing those knees. I'm glad to see a guy like Allred doing something like that. That move is not used a lot, but it should be. It should be. It's very effective.
Oh, very effective. You can garner a lot of velocity on those, and really puts the work on the body. You talk about in boxing how you really want to kind of work the body to try to get to the head. You got a great opportunity on the ground there with the body isolated to really lay it on.
Oh yeah, you hit that floating rib, crack it a little bit, you know what I mean? Go home a winner.
And this Allred's a pretty scrappy kid, I mean, at first I was a little concerned about him. He got caught in a bad position, and Suki really seemed to be having his way, but boy, Allred has turned things around here in the second part of the round.
Yeah, I think that whole tickle me name is some sort of ploy or something,
Absolutely. Well, you know what? It looks like we just might be seeing a round number 2 in this fight. Pretty good action. I think Suki might have had control the better part of the round, but good stuff both ways. Dave Selustad stepping in there and said, go back to your corners and rethink your strategy here, fellas.
Round 2, here we come, baby. Here we come, Suki.
Tyler Allred taking a little extra time getting up off the ground there, and might be just a little bit tired. You can tell he's certainly not feeling too good about things right here. Round number 2.
How do you like that one, Mikey? Come on, say it.
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm not going to lie. She distracted for a moment there. Dave Selustad said, hey, get out of here, young lady. It's time for these guys to fisticuff.
Oh, that was a nice kick. I heard them shins right against them ribs.
That was a nice kick, but a little punch coming over the top of Tyler Allred as well at the same time. Didn't quite land just because of the kick. Right
That was a DDT.
Suki doing another good job with that head and arm.
Yeah, he likes grabbing the head.
I think that's been the difference in this fight, that Suki just seems to be better in the clinch. He's gotten 2 pretty profound takedowns out of that. Wound up in full mount both times, and Tyler Allred is just paid every time he's wound up in this position.
Yeah, he grabbed control of the second round pretty early again, just like he did in round number 1. See if Tickle Me could rally back again like he did in round 1. I like the way he did that.
Well,
He's in trouble again.
Trying to edge his way to the corner like that, but boy, you got a lot of real estate to go to get back to that corner. Last time it looked like he might have gotten over to the edge there, used the cage just a little bit to get a big reversal, but boy, he's really paying the price, and that strategy is not coming around very quickly for him.
Suki staying busy. That's what you want to do. Stay busy. Whoa, here we go. Munson.
There you go.
Roy Munson time again.
Right as we start to count Tyler Allred out, it seems like he's been able to change things around just a little bit, and now he's back up on top. Can he pour it on? We saw he was pretty tired going to his corner a moment ago.
Yeah.
He's got to dig down deep and get some out. He's doing some great job here, landing some big shots against the cage.
It's almost like the worse you beat him, just the more angry he gets. And he gets angry, and then now it's his time to shine.
Yeah, maybe that's what it takes. You got to get this guy a little bit mad before he does come alive, because the first 3 quarters of the round, both times, he's been in bad spots, and now he comes back in a big way here toward the end of the second round.
And Suki's mouthpiece is hanging out. He looks a little winded right now. He might have blew his load that first half of the second round.
I think both these guys are a little tired, starting to get a little topsy-turvy here. Not a whole lot of clean, pretty stuff, but that was a big right hand right there.
But apparently he is just pissed off again. He's working for the triangle.
Looking triangle. It was a slow motion triangle, but he's still working for it. Suki aware of it, trying to get his head out of there. Maybe Tyler ought to change up to an arm lock or something, an arm bar, maybe transition something here, because it looks like he's lost the angle on that triangle. I don't think he's going to get that.
He still has his arm. He's halfway to something. There we go. Them elbows right there don't feel too good, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they certainly don't. But Suki's out of that position now, and things starting to really get sloppy here. And again, these guys have been fighting pretty hard for darn near full 2 rounds here. And boy, it looks like
Nice.
Tyler already. He's done.
Underhooks by Suki. Nice underhooks.
Nice underhooks, and round number 2 coming to a close here. Well, Allred's taken a lot of punishment in this fight. I'd be a little surprised if he comes out for round number 3. He looks like he's done.
Yeah, they're gonna have to get a spatula and peel him off the mat right now.
Yeah, they just very well may. He's not looking like he's getting back to the corner in any hurry anyway.
He's all right.
Let's see what these guys can do over here. Looks like we are going to have a round number 3. These guys are going to get retooled, get a little wild. Well, maybe not. Dr. Mark Kachimani in there saying, nope, this kid, no, he's not coming out, Sal. The air has gone out of that kid.
Oh, man, I wanted to see that round 3. I wanted to see Suki Muntz in another position, if he would.
Well, that was good stuff. Sooksam Simpleman, a very hard-fought victory. Very good, a pretty good fight between both these guys, but Suki coming away with the narrow victory.
Celerity Investments. If you have a vision, we can assist. Go to investwithcelerity.com to find out how.
Tyler Allred, your nickname I see is Tickle Me. It didn't look like there's no tickling going on in there, man. What happened?
Got winded, my heart was hurting. I was just too tired to go on.
You injured your hand or your elbow? What was that?
Neither. My ear kind of hurts pretty bad. Don't know what to do with my hands.
I tell you what you do with those hands. You come back next week and you put them up against someone's mouth. How's that sound? You want to do that? You're going to be back, right? That was a great performance out there. You ain't got nothing to hang your head out. Hang down. You going to be back?
Not next week.
Soon?
Soon enough.
Say hi to everyone out there in TV land.
Hey.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
My man, Suki now. He couldn't come out for that last round, man. Was that your plan? Stopping him? He's playing a little possum there for a bit. You had to put it on him real quick or what?
I was hoping sooner. I've been up since like 3 this morning at work.
What's your plans from here?
Well, keep training with Gabe Francis. And, I thank him for having my fight the way it is. He brought it up to speed, even though I train 1 day a week, which is Sunday.
1 day a week?
The rest of the days, Monday through Friday at work.
What are you gonna do now? Anyone you want to thank? Shout outs, sponsors, anyone out there watching TV? You want anyone to buy you a drink over here?
Well, I'd like to thank my corners, Jake and Gabe Francis, the guys I train with.
So you're coming back soon. You don't got a mark on you. You look beautiful. You ready to go again? You ready for another round?
And I'd like to thank my opponent, Tyler over there. I figured I'd be the one gassed out since I'm like twice his age. But obviously, you know, he's one tough guy. I'm pretty sure he'll be back.
Thanks for coming out, Suki.
Thank you.
Watch out for Mikey right there. Kick him right in his head.
I likes me a little Suki.
Sooksam. Suki now.
That's actually pretty good. Sooksam, put the number on. Man, he put the number on tonight.
That dude's ear was bleeding. I didn't even want to, stand by him. Get blood on my new shirt.
Is that new?
It's brand new.
You better stop shopping at the secondhand store. We got more of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In your flyweight division, when I say fly, I mean the little teeny tiny guys. Josh Delmark and Aaron Okura. I've heard good things about both these guys.
I know Okura, he's at a Bernalis's camp, and they run a tough camp down there.
Well, we've seen his brother Sterling, who was very, very good. And Sterling was telling me earlier that Aaron used to rough him up just a little bit. So, man, Mr. Delmark, you got your hands full. Flyweight nose bar, check it out.
Sal, in the last few days, I've been getting to know this Josh Delmark kid pretty well, and, he would have it no other way. He really wants to fight the toughest guys around. Well, look at this Aaron Okura, man. He's a good-looking prospect.
You want tough? Aaron's tough, Mike.
He got it, Aaron tough. 5'6", 140. They call him the Hilo Hellion, as you mentioned. Training over there with the Bernalis Institute of Martial Arts. Good-looking camp over there. They always send out some pretty tough guys. Delmark now, the hand assassin, good-looking kid himself.
Hey, you can tell he's been in a couple scraps, Mike. If you look at his grill, he's missing his 2 front teeth, man.
Well, that's one good way to tell, man. He got bobbed when he should have weaved a few times. And look at, he's got a smile here on his face. He's excited about this, and he says every time I've fought in the past, they've always been 10 times my size. It's nice to finally fight a guy that's right around my size.
Them MTI guys are pretty rugged.
He's training up there at the Muay Thai Institute, and they've been sending us up some pretty good fighters recently as well. And you see right here, boy, Delmark coming out real aggressively, but pays for it. Big takedown there by Aaron Okura.
Yeah, Okura is not the one to be throwing push kicks like that. As you can see, he took advantage of that.
Apparently not. He scooped that kick up and did a nice little takedown. And we mentioned in the fight prior to this that, kind of patience at the beginning of a fight, settling into a position and just kind of letting your opponent underneath burn himself out a little bit right here. Okura's in no hurry to get mounted or anything like that. He's just maintaining his position right here.
Yes, Okura looks very, very relaxed, Mike. Very relaxed. He knows he has nothing to worry about right now from this position, and he's capitalizing on it.
Look at him, though. He's got great muscle density. I mean, he's just a little guy. Once again, he's a 145-pound kid, but you can see he's a strong kid. Look at him try to drop the point of the elbow on the side of the head there of Josh Delmark.
And he's got Josh's right arm. Well, he had it pinned to the mat. He still has it pinned to the mat.
Very nice work on the early goings. Very technical approach here by Aaron Okura. And again, we kind of expected this. Been in the game for just a little while, I understand. Now he's got the left arm of Delmark isolated here, looking for possibly a submission. Now it looks like he let it go.
Yeah, Okura looks to be a very well-rounded fighter. But his opponent is just one scrapper, man. A lot of guys will be panicking right now. It doesn't look that way so far.
That's a great point. I've been watching all the good things from Okura here, and Delmark doesn't seem to be in any rush either. He's just kind of maintaining posture and maintaining position and hanging on to that head, so Okura's not able to, well, he let go of the head, and Okura gets his back.
Yeah, that Delmark does not want to be here right now. Does this little somersault move. That ended up all right. Oh, no, now he's got the choke.
He tried to roll out on a guy you probably don't want to try to roll out on. That's on pretty tight, yeah.
Tap dance.
Aaron Okura, the younger brother of Sterling Okura, very respectful after the fight, but he showed Josh Delmark, man, that, boy, I'm going to be a force to be reckoned with in this weight class.
Man, and I just don't know what I would do if I got choked out and some guy was like, oh, thank you for fighting. I'd be like, are you being sarcastic?
Well, no, I can tell you right now, just in knowing this kid, he's not being announced sarcastic, very respectful kid, and I'm looking forward to seeing him come back and see what things to come with him in this fight game are.
Yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him, most definitely.
Great Clips is home of the $10 haircut. Also pick up $10 UCE tickets only at participating locations.
You hear that? I had no idea this was your first fight. Looked like you've been fighting for years, man. What's going on?
Oh, good trainers.
Good trainers, and by that, who are they?
I got to thank a lot of people that got me ready for this fight. Will Bernales and all the guys that trained me there at the Bernales Institute of Martial Arts, State Street. Brian Yamasaki and Chad at the Mushin up there. My good friend and old Jiu Jitsu instructor Darius Andrews. My brother Sterling, original training partner Sterling.
Oh, your brother's Sterling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you whoop him up at the house, you get into fights over who's doing the dishes, stuff like that?
No, he's a much better man than myself. He's good.
Anything else? Any sponsors you'd like to thank? What's your plans for the future? I know this isn't you're not stopping here. There's no way, especially with the squad you got. What are you gonna do now?
Well, this is my first fight, and I had fun. I like it, and plan to do it a little bit more, at least a little bit more, and keep training hard.
Is anyone on your radar? You looking to fight anyone in particular, or are you just gonna take all comers?
You know, to be honest, I don't know who's who. I haven't been paying too much attention. Not too many people this weight in this town that actually fight, as I learned this summer. But I want to thank Josh for taking this fight, and it was a great experience. And thank all my friends and families. I got so many people out here supporting me. I feel your support. I feel your mana. Thanks, everybody.
Hey, thank you, man. You got a tough camp. You got a bright future ahead of you, I know. I mean, I can tell by the shirt. We'll see you again. You're going to see more of this kid, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There are very few people that I have more regard for than this guy right here. Brian Yamasaki, tell the folks at home, what you got going on? What's going on?
We've got a new television show on Comcast.
Cheating on us.
In the
What's going on there?
It's in the Ultimate Combat Experience folder. So we're in the same folder together.
Tell us about the folder. What's going on in that folder?
We're in folder with you.
What's going on in there?
It's just an instructional television show. We've got season 2 coming up, and we've got Eric Paulson on there, Greg Nelson, Nick Diaz, a bunch of guys like that, and hopefully I'll be going out to Team Quest in September, and if all goes well, hopefully bring back some stuff from Matt Lindland and company.
Where else you gonna go?
Anyway, UCTC as soon as they'll have us.
We will have you. I'm gonna tell you right now. First of all, we talk about fighting. This guy does the fighting. Brian Yamasaki is the master, and he trained the guy that just won that fight, Mr. Okura, and I love this guy, and thank you so much for being here tonight.
Oh, no problem. Thank you so much for putting this on, Mike. We love this show. Any of you guys at home that are watching this, you've got to come down and see it live.
See, I told you. Listen, ex-wife. I told you people liked me. I told you. We got one of the Ultimate Combat. Stick around. In the middleweight division, got a couple guys we have not seen before, but I've heard a lot about this Jason South kid, and a few guys that I know train with him say, whoever he's fighting's got their hands full tonight. Who is he fighting?
He's fighting Josh Lannon. Let me tell you something. He may look like he just walked out of the men's department at Dillard's, but from what I hear, he's packing a punch.
Well, middleweight Knowles, Bard, check it out.
Yeah, what motivates me to fight, I don't know, just
I love it. It's passion. Really enjoy it. I don't mind getting beat up a little bit.
Motivation to fight. I'm an entrepreneur. I like contact sports, and this is another contact sport for me.
All my trainers down there, everybody that's helped me, my brother, my wife, everybody that supported me.
Just want to say special thanks to my trainers, my team, and to my daughter Haley and son Jake. Take it home.
Taking it on home, Josh Lannon. You mentioned, man, he does look like he's off the pages at GQ. Now, Jason South, on the other hand, this kid just looks mean, ornery, and tough.
Yeah, he kind of looks like Vanderlei Silva with that little 8 o'clock shadow on his face and the scruff on his head.
Does. The guys from the Army are real big on this kid, come a coffin maker. They said he's got some great ground, he's got some great stand-up, he's just a tough fighter. Going up against the General, though, and Josh Lannon.
The General. He's got his hands full today, man.
He's generally got his hands full. 6 foot tall, 185, training at the Basement of Bruises.
I gotta go check that school out.
Yeah.
The Basement of Bruises. That sounds like my kind of party, Mike.
Yeah, well, you know, Sal, I wouldn't be surprised to see you training at a place called the Basement of Bruises. Round number 1 coming your way. Dave Selustad, your third man in the cage for this, your main event. And it's the main event because both these guys have a little bit of training behind them.
Yeah, Lannon, it's a good thing he took that nice little 3-piece suit off before he stepped in the cage because there's nothing nice about being in this cage with Jason South, as he's about to show him right now.
Well, maybe not quite so fast. You know, I'll tell you, Lannon had come out and landed a couple of shots right off the bat and maybe slowed down Jason South just a little bit. But, you know, Jason South got a hold of him, and it seemed like, you know what, I'm just going to dump this kid down.
And he's got a hold of his head and neck area. And I got to admit, Mike, just meeting these guys, I didn't expect this fight to go on this long. I mean, I don't know if Lannon's just too pretty to be in the cage, or he's too calm, or maybe too correct. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure eating my words.
He certainly doesn't have that real intimidating aura about him, but you know, I talked to him a little bit when he came in and signed up to fight, and I could tell that he'd done a little training. I could, you know, just in talking to him, he knew a little bit more about the game than the average Joe. And you see right there, that was a beautiful reversal.
And who's bleeding? Where's the blood coming from?
That blood is all over the knee of. Oh, right there, Lannon sitting up and dropping elbows.
Oh,
this kid,
my goodness.
Hey, this Lannon kid is no slouch. I'll tell you that right now.
He sure is not. He sure threw me for a loop, I tell you that.
I'm curious where the blood's coming from as well. It looks like it might be the head of Jason South. That's my guess.
Oh, man, that was a nice left.
Man, he's thrown some nice shots here in the early going. Once again, Jason South, a guy that, you know, a lot of people are really big on, but he's coming out here and met his match, and now is underneath Josh Lannon.
Looks like he's working for some shoulder choke. Does he got it? Oh,
he
looks like he's got it.
Reversal, he might have that thing.
I think he's got it.
Lannon's eyeballs are popping out of his skull right there.
This could be over right here, Mike. Get in there, Dave. You better watch his eyes, Dave. This could be done.
Nah, well, you know, I tell you, it looks like Lannon might have just found that little nook just enough to keep the blood flow going. Because I don't think South is sitting back far enough to make this thing work. And he gave up on it, and that was a nice job of Josh Lannon just kind of sustaining right there.
Yeah, he held his breath on that one, man.
Sure did. Now you find these guys. Now it appears as though Jason South is he's a little mad now. He's a little more motivated than he was a moment ago. Maybe it's the fact that he's seen his own blood all over his opponent.
Maybe that, or it's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm fighting Mr. Rogers and he's taking me to the cleaners.
Mr. Rogers done been kicking your butt here in the first part of the round. Oh, man. Mr. Rogers pounding away at the back of Jason South,
and we have no lack of blood in this match whatsoever. No lack of blood at all.
No, a very exciting round number 1 to get things started here in your main event. Once again, a bit of a surprise for both yourself and me. Jason South, we expect him to come out and be a little too physical for Josh Lannon, but not the case. Josh Lannon, in my opinion, winning that first round.
Oh, yeah, and that first round was so action-packed, Mike. I swear, I sat down. It felt like the whole round went 30 seconds.
It was good stuff, and you don't see that from guys in the middleweight division. Sometimes it tends to be a little bit slow lower. These guys came out and got after it. Let's see if they can carry on that same type of frantic pace here in round number 2 as they did in round number 1.
Ooh, he's got some kicks in his arsenal also.
Lannon coming out once again with some nice stuff to get things started. Oh, just missing the punch right there, opening a door for Jason South to get the big takedown. And South, after a little bit of a topsy-turvy action, winds up on top.
Yeah, they must spit some fire in South's ear, because he came out on fire on this one. He looks a little bit more aggressive this round. But
until the big reversal right there, and he just got reversed. And you see South trying to transition into a triangle or something, didn't quite get it up there in time. And now he's trying to pound away from underneath.
Oh, man, I like Lannon has got a killer left, and guys that look that nice are not supposed to punch that clean, Mike. It's un-American.
You know, it is un-American. I'll tell you what, once again, very good stuff here. Round number 2, and if you're just joining us, boy, it's been a very action-packed round for a couple of middleweights. They've come in and they've gone at it almost nonstop for a round and a half.
And leads off with another kick, but now he's getting some punches of his own. South is coming back with his own little combination.
South got a fire lit under him all of a sudden. Look at this flurry. He's really coming back in a big way, and it looks like Lannon's in trouble.
Oh, with the knees and the uppercuts and the hooks and another uppercut. Lannon's in trouble here, Mike.
Lannon's in big trouble, but what a great job of hanging in there. This kid's got a lot of heart. We've seen he's got great skills, but now you can see he can take a punch. He's got a good chin as well.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does, as he's trying to wrap that arm up right now. He's got his back against the fence. He could be in danger right now, but, you know, I'm not counting him out on
I think
nothing.
He's camping out. I think that flurry right there took the wind out of Jason South just a little bit. He put a lot into that and couldn't put Josh Lannon away, and that's got to be pretty disheartening for you. You give it everything like that, you land those big shots, and your opponent's still standing there in front of you.
Oh, yeah, that's something you don't tell your friends. I hit Mr. Rogers 50 times, and he smiled at me. That's some stuff you keep to yourself.
You know what, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to let you call him Mr. Rogers, but I'm going to go heavy on the Mr. Man. I got nothing but respect for this kid. He has been fighting his tail off, and against a guy that looks a little bit physically stronger, a little bit physically bigger than him, and he's been in here matching him punch for punch, blow for blow, and really doing a great job. Wow.
Oh, and then the left, that's the left I'm talking about, Mike.
That left just buckled the knees of Jason South, and this kid is still in this fight.
That left has got danger written all over it, Mike. I'm telling you, put a couple of them lefts together, man, and South could be going to sleep.
How exciting is this match? Dave Seisted yelling at both fighters for one thing or another, but you know, the action has been fast, it's been furious. This has been a great main event.
Yes, crowd sure is getting their money's worth on this one.
Looks like Lannon might be cut over his left eye, though, and that's in a bad spot. That's over the eye. It's not really bleeding profusely, but it's in a pretty bad spot.
And here we go again. I swear, I don't know about you, Mike, but it seems like that round lasted 20, 30 seconds.
Look at the regard these guys have for one another. They're helping each other up, shaking each other's hands after the round, man. These guys have to respect one another after we've seen. We've got more of the Ultimate Combat when we come back. Welcome back to the Ultimate Combat Experience. If you're just joining us, man, oh man, you have missed an exciting round number 1 and 2 between Jason South and Josh Lannon. So it's been about as competitive as you could get.
You got that right, Mike. And what Lannon needs to do is he needs to come out here with them left crosses he was throwing the whole fight. And let's just get this over with and go home, Lannon.
Other than that, Jason South comes out with a Superman punch that landed, and I think that hurt Josh Lannon. Boy, he looks like he's a little bit phased from that.
Yeah, look at the action here, man. It's the third round, and it's like these guys went to the corner and refueled.
What a great main event. I'd like to take credit for this and say that I had expected this to be such an exciting bout, but we actually had a main event that fell through. These guys just happened into this place, but I'll tell you, we'll never forget this fight, and I hope we see both these guys come back.
Oh, yeah, both these guys are both main event material, and they're proving that right now, and that's just how it is, you know. Certain fights fall through, and these guys step up to the plate and please the crowd. No one is disappointed disappointed tonight, Mike.
I'm telling you, that's why we call it the ultimate combat experience. You just never know what you're going to get when you show up here. Sometimes we've got a card that's stacked from top to bottom with big names, and they all end up being dud fights. And then you get a card like this where it's been an exciting night of fights top to bottom. Both these guys really bringing it out here in your main event. Jason South on top there. Josh Lannon just trying to hang on here for the moment, but that hanging on time is over, it looks like.
And here we go again. South looking for that. I thought he was looking for the shoulder choke. He may be looking for the shoulder choke if he could cinch it on there again.
I think he's looking for the squeeze of Ruski right there. He was doing just that. But, man, sat up and started jackhammering some right hands down. And I really think that Josh Lannon's in some trouble now.
Oh, yeah, now he's in trouble. He's taking those heavy fists from the mount position. Don't give up your back there, Lanny. You don't want to do that.
You know what? I think for whatever reason, Jason South just got energized here in round number 3 and really poured it on. And Josh Lamb's like, hey, you know, enough's enough, man. That was a tough 3rd round.
Good fight, good fight. And this is what those T-shirts are made all about. Got blood. This is the one.
Fight, and fighting solves everything. And right now tonight, once again, you can see the regard between these two for one another. These guys are 2 warriors that just came out here and did their thing. Very impressive stuff tonight. These guys remind me of a couple of UFC veterans in here coming here looking so good tonight. But Josh Coffin-Maker South did his thing tonight, coming out with a big win.
Cage Crew's got their hands full with his blood to wipe up, Mike.
Yes, they do.
Skull Candy, the official headphones of the UCE. Check out their complete line of headphones and accessories at skullcandy.com.
Josh Lannon, man, a warrior in my book. You got all the respect in the world for me, man. I'm telling you, took a licking out there, and you just kept on going. What do you got to say to this guy right here? I mean, I know you want to fight him again.
Thank you, Jason. You make me a better fighter, man. It was an honor and a pleasure to fight you. Appreciate it. I love my enemy. He makes me better.
Is it true that you owe him money? Is that why all this went down?
Well,
because he beat you like you owed him money.
No money. Just the code of honor.
Okay, well, you're going to be back. I know you're going to be back. You're a warrior at heart. Everyone just witnessed it. What are your plans? You're going to go home, heal up, and get right back in the cage, man?
I'm going to go home, do spend some time with my family, my kids, heal up, start training again.
Josh Lannon, ladies and gentlemen, anyone you want to thank out there, your wife or anybody?
Yeah, thank you for my wife, for the sacrifice that she gives for me to train. Basement of Bruises, for my team, and Mr. Paul Mills. Thank you.
Hey, thank you. You're a class act, man. #1 in my book. Thanks for coming out.
Are you Army strong? Find out what it takes to be a soldier in the U.S. Army at GoArmy.com.
Jason South, you pulled off the victory. You almost got as much fans as I do. Look at all these people out here to see you, man.
Hell yeah, appreciate it, everybody.
Hey, Lannon is no slouch. I mean, you gave him everything you had. He took a beat down. It looks like you guys got the same bookie. If you ask me, you guys both looking a little beat up right now.
Tell you the truth, I'm gonna have to watch this on tape so I don't remember a damn thing.
Hey, that's usually how it goes, brother.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do now? Where do you go from here?
Oh, I keep training. I love it. I'm gonna keep doing it. I'll be back for some more.
Anyone out there you want to say hello to? This is your 15 minutes of fame, man. Hold on, don't bleed on me.
Just all my family, my brother Jake, Johnny, all the guys at the gym. Sorry, I'm kind of dazed still if I forget you. Everybody that helped me with this, my wife for supporting me, friends, family, everything. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for coming out, man. You did a great job.
Thank you.
What a great night of fights, man. Josh Lannon showed us a lot tonight, but Jason South coming up on top with a great main event.
Hey, that was an excellent main event, Mike. Most definitely the bloodiest match of the night. Quite possibly one of the bloodiest matches in a long time. And let me tell you something about Lannon. I was running my mouth a little bit calling him Mr. Rogers, but hey, after tonight, that's going to be the last time I call him Mr. Rogers. That is most deaf, Mike.
You don't get Salvador Sanchez to eat his words very often, so very, very impressive tonight. We got a lot of exciting stuff coming up, though. Next week, we're going to be in Vernal, and Eddie Pelzinski and Nate Gerard are going to mix it up in the main event that I cannot wait to see.
Oh, man, my man, Nate Gerard, man, he's got to come through. It's going to be in his hometown, too, so he's got a lot riding on this.
Absolutely, but a couple weeks from now, Salvador Sanchez is going to make his return to the cage. Sal, I'm excited about that.
Not as excited as I am, Mike. Not as excited as me, man. Money, keeps the world going round, and you know Sal needs money, so for that I need blood, and I'm not the Blood Donation Foundation, but my man's gonna be bleeding all over the map. You can believe that.
I can tell you right now, it has nothing to do with money. Salvador Sanchez wants to get in and do what Salvador Sanchez does, and that is kill. It's the ultimate combat experience. We'll see you next week.